Hey, what is going on YouTube? I just wanted to start something. So my first video was of the episode 19 of my podcast, and I felt that was kind of dry. Because it's literally just me sitting in front of a camera, not doing anything special. Just recording a podcast that you can listen to on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, and like Breaker, and like three other platforms too. Google Podcast. So I wanted to try something different. I want my channel to be what my blog is, which is basically a bunch of different stuff, some short, some long pieces of work, but just video form. And I thought no better way to do that than to create short videos. So I'm a short video kind of guy. So I figured I don't want to produce nothing that I wouldn't want to watch. And so I'm working on learning how to put graphics and stuff on, but I wanted to take YouTube as kind of a place where I can talk about like my reaction in like a little bit more detail to like news and kind of what's going on. So the first thing I want to talk about was the 154 game proposal. So the 154 game proposal was given by the owners. It was 154 games for full pay, expanded playoffs, universal DH. However, they did want to also test a pitch clock. They wanted to test. That was the biggest thing that I took away from that was the pitch clock, expanded playoff. They wanted to push back the season by a month, and then of course the PA decided to deny that, which means that baseball starting on time. So what is this going to look like? Well, the season's still starting on February 17th, so in just oh gosh, that's like less than 2 weeks now. In 13 days, pitchers and catchers are going to report to Florida and to Arizona. However, I don't believe that there's going to be fans in Arizona, especially with the rise in COVID spikes. However, the teams do feel safe about this because of the protocols that were in place last year, the research and like the safety protocols that are going to be agreed upon here in the next couple weeks. So for me, this kind of bummed me out because I like expanded playoffs, but I get it for the players. I get it for the players. The reason I get it for the players is that they don't want to give up that leverage. If they give in to what the owners want, they lose the leverage going into the 2021 negotiations for the CBA. So therefore, them kind of putting their foot down says that they're not going to be pushed around by these billionaires, and rightfully so. However, it is a little disappointing to see the universal DH not be a part of it. However, I think come CBA, collective bargaining, or even before the season starts on April 1st, that we're going to see the universal DH get included in some way, shape, or form. They're going to have to. Because I felt like it was so successful. It added some competitive balance. I don't like it when pitchers come up to bat because I think it's just an easy out. I think it's more of an injury risk. And we already saw last year how beneficial it was to be able to get pitchers extra rest and to be able to play a little bit more of a bullpen game. However, there is a counter for it that it's a different competitive element. However, I'm a big fan of the universal DH. I hope it sticks around. So yeah, and we've also seen a lot this last week, and I thought this was super important, of how there's been a lot of players added to these advisor roles in the MLB. Ken Griffey Jr., baseball operations and youth baseball development, particularly regarding improving diversity at the amateur levels of the game. This is huge. The kid working with kids and youth and to improve the diversity of the game. We saw Michael Hill, Raul Ibanez, named to senior vice president roles of on-field operations. We've seen Chris Young go into a front office role. We see Derek Jeter as the owner of a team now. It's so great to see these former MLB players going into these front office roles because it gives such a different dynamic to baseball, to the front office. Because getting these former players, getting women, just gives it that diversity and helps it for the players. Because they were there, they know what was wrong, and they can work to fix it and work to change. So that's where I'm going to leave it for now. Thank you guys. Thanks for being with me on Ball Boy Talk. If you don't know, this video, as always, is brought to you by Raise Energy. Yes, I just got this awesome shaker a couple days ago. It came in with my Thermo workout supplement. And like I said, I can't say enough good things about Raise Energy. I absolutely love and adore Raise Energy. Right now, I'm drinking one of the insider flavors, 007. It's absolutely delicious. You do have to be an insider to try it. But I also, just love it. It's so good. I've never tried it before. It's really good. There's 10 current flavors. The 11th comes out March 1st. You can go over to repsports.com. Use the code BALLBOY at checkout to save yourself 15% at checkout. Really helps support the YouTube, the podcast, the blog, everything. Really appreciate you guys. Go get you some Rays. And as always, stay safe out there.